Like, that's one way I look at y'all two as the best in the division.
How? Show me something that he did spectacular. Show me something that he did outrageous. Show me.
Right.
His power not outrageous.
Okay.
His what defense?
You think he got defense?
He just jumped. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch. Go look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up, move around. You don't got no technique. And his offense is the same thing. Go look at his fights.
So you
I
feel
probably
like
pin him on game. Yeah.
Hold on, but you feel like it's easy work though. You like.
Come on, bro.
Do you ever think we'll see you in Tank? Realistically.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I don't really like talking about him.
Yeah.
Cause like the way that he move is goofy to me. Like it's some weird. So like I really don't like speaking on him. But like same thing that
Fighting perspective.
Same thing that I said with T.O. If anybody got issues with me or feel some type of way about me, you could come see me on fight night and resolve every issue that you got. Yeah. I stand by that with any.
Okay, stop everything you're doing right now, because what I'm about to tell you allegedly changes the entire conversation around the most demanded fight in boxing. And nobody, and I mean nobody, is talking about the real reason this matchup keeps getting delayed. So buckle up, because we are going in deep today, starting with this. Fans online are speculating that when Gervonta "Tank" Davis
competition, as you get older, you start to know what competition is, and he kind of looked at me like I feel like I was a threat, which is rightfully so. Like I don't blame him for the way that he looked at me, but it is what it is. It's two guys that just want to be the best in our sport, and we were ready to lay it all on the line.
Did he say to you like, "Yo, I don't want to be friends," or "We can't," or is it just like a gradual thing where it started to become more distant?
Now you just know energy. You know energy. Once you feel the energy that's coming at you, you understand like, okay, I get it.
When do you think that started to change?
I think as he kind of matured and got older. Once you get older and mature, his energy kind of let it be known like, yeah, you the ops. We gotta fight. So
opened his mouth about Shakur Stevenson recently, he didn't just throw shade. He reportedly revealed something about his own mindset that insiders are calling a massive red flag. Because Tank didn't just say Shakur retreats instead of slips. He didn't just question why people call Shakur the best at lightweight. He went further. He said he doesn't even like talking about Shakur because of weird energy. And
I'm gonna say it here on the front page, and Tank, I love you, brother, and still would love to talk to you. But when you get in there with Shakur, it's gonna remind me of Deontay Wilder fighting Tyson Fury.
Ooh. Yeah.
Because what you gonna do when you come across a motherfucker you can't knock out? Yeah. Only thing you gonna do is just get more frustrated.
That's a terrible analogy.
I'm just saying.
Only reason why I'm saying this is a terrible analogy is because Tank Davis. Remember, you've heard Coach Cal say this all the time. He says the same thing, and I know exactly what he means. We just waiting on somebody to pull it out of him. You ever hear him say that?
Yeah, yeah.
We got so it's just we ain't been able to show it because ain't nobody been able to pull it out of him. We looking forward to the big fights. We looking forward to the big matchups because those are the kind of people that's gonna pull it out of him. So with a fight with Shakur, you're gonna see this boxing style that
you know what's allegedly weird? When someone says that about a person they claim isn't even on their level. Because why are you feeling any energy about someone you supposedly aren't threatened by? And this is where it gets interesting, because reports suggest that Tank's entire interview reads less like a dismissal and more like a confession dressed up in bravado. And Shakur Stevenson, calm, collected, almost suspiciously unbothered.
He's so talented and gifted, man, you know. You also got to trust what he's seeing in there. You know, we on the outside, you know. But I think he put on a tremendous performance. And obviously, you know, the level he's at, you always look for things he could do better, you know.
Ward said, "We don't truly know how great Shakur can be yet because he's still developing and hasn't faced all of the elite competition possible."
We don't know, he's not done yet, you know. Not done yet. He's a great for sure. How great, we gonna see. You know, he got a lot. He can box as long as he wants to box because he don't take punishment, and he's a master boxer. You know what I mean? So just excited for him, man. Happy for him, man. You know, it's hard for me to see my brothers fight when I'm not fighting. That's harder to me than to actually fight because I can't help it. So I'm just happy it's over, man. I'm happy he got the win.
Responded by saying Tank's hostility is the respect, that the tension between them didn't exist until Shakur became undeniable. And fans are pointing out that this framing might actually be the most devastating clapback in recent boxing history because he didn't yell, he didn't perform, he just diagnosed Tank like a doctor reading a chart. And hold on, because we're getting a breaking update.
You know what I'm saying, Shakur, that's the fight. Everybody want to see that. That's the 50-50, I think, you know what I'm saying? I've been saying 50-50. I told both of them that. That's a toss-up to me. No bias. Don't just say that because it's your man. Who you got winning that?
I got Shakur.
Are you saying that because that's your man and you don't like Tank?
No. Hey, like I said, I respect Tank. Boxing, he's one of the ones.
Yeah.
we gonna take his personality and personal things out of it. But boxing, he's definitely talented. You know what I mean? And he's definitely got that it. And he's definitely respected in boxing. But Shakur is a different fighter. You know, Shakur is different. You know, people may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they say the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fighters.
Yeah.
Tank is not going to be able to hit Shakur like he hit everybody else. And he know that. He knows that. That's why he's like, he's boring. He's this, he's that. He's trying to diminish everything that Shakur have done. So
Allegedly, there is private DM trash talk between these two that Shakur himself referenced in the interview, meaning this beef has reportedly been brewing in the shadows long before any camera caught it, which means everything you saw publicly was just the tip, and you have to ask yourself, what exactly was said in those messages that Shakur is only hinting at because he brought it up and then moved on like he was doing Tank a favor by not reading them out loud?
It shouldn't have taken this fight
I knew he couldn't
for people to realize that. Right.
I knew that too, but yeah.
Shakur is a defensive specialist.
And I've been saying this for a long time. If you pay attention to how Tank would react whenever Shakur's name came up, I was like, yo, it's something that Tank knows that most people don't know or understand. There's something that he sees in Shakur. It could be the fact that Shakur was a 2016 silver medalist. You know,
He's got a lot to do with it.
He's that, you know, the silver child of the country, and you know, there's no telling. But this is what I've always known. It ain't just a big straight left or a big left right hook coming from Tank that's going to end that night. That night is going to be the most strategical you've seen both these guys ever be in a fight. I don't know if we're going to ever get it.
I think we will.
You think we will, huh?
For sure. Who else is there?
That restraint, online speculation suggests, might be more calculated than it appears, because if those messages ever surface, and allegedly in boxing circles, things always surface, the entire public narrative flips overnight. And speaking of flipping narratives, let's talk about Sean Porter comparing a potential Tank Davis comeback to Mike Tyson.
His legal situation, he's, feel me on this. Tell me if y'all feel me on this. He's gonna be just like Mike Tyson was when Mike came out of jail. Everybody
gonna be waiting for him.
Mike was the meanest thing before he went away.
Yeah.
Tank. And when he came out, everybody wanted to see what version he was now and who he was now and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
To me, it's the same thing with Tank. He's gonna have an opportunity to really just go right back to being what he was before he went away. It ain't too many people in this world that can do that.
Nah, it ain't. And Tank is definitely, and now I'm gonna tell you why. It's because they love him like they love Mike. It's what they did when he got in the ring. Like, Tank knocks niggas out. Tank gon'
Returning from prison. Because that comparison is either the highest compliment in combat sports or the most loaded sentence ever spoken on a boxing panel, and the internet is split. With some fans saying Porter was hyping Tank's resilience, while others are saying the comparison accidentally raises questions nobody asked out loud. And Tim Bradley and Eddie Hearn are over here calling Shakur Stevenson underrated.
I'm not this, I'm not a good fighter, I'm not that, but deep down inside, he knows that I'm the truth.
Right.
So with him knowing that, he knows that I'm the biggest threat around where he's at.
Do you see he gets very upset when people ask him about you?
Yeah, I think that's insecurity though. I think he's insecure.
Because he knows that you give him trouble? Like, what's he insecure about in your opinion?
With top level guys like him, cause like I'm kind of different. I look at things like competition, but like his mentality is more so like it's either me or it's nobody. It's not a 1A, 1B, or you don't have nobody equal to you. So I understand his mentality, but I like to prove that I'm the best. So we kind of just move in different ways. Yo, let's make this fight happen.
What is the step now that you make, like in terms of trying to get this done?
I think the main step is one of us gotta find a way to reach out and try to get the fight to happen. It can't be no little kid shit. It can't be no back and forth, go back and forth. We gotta be grown men and get the fight done. Like, that's how I feel. I would love to talk to him and have a real conversation and make this fight happen. But you know, some guys be kind of egotistic, so I don't know where his ego is at.
When's the last time you spoke to him privately?
I mean, bro, just like he crazy. Like he'll DM me some crazy shit. And
Like what?
I don't even want to say
like smack talk.
Yeah, he talk crazy. Me and him got like DMs of just going back and forth all the time. Yeah.
Recently?
Not too long ago.
Underrated. A man with elite amateur credentials, a world title, and reportedly the highest ring IQ in the division. And the fact that serious analysts are still using the word underrated suggests that maybe, just maybe, someone has been very deliberately keeping Shakur's stock from rising as high as it should. And fans online are starting to theorize about who benefits from that narrative. And I'm not saying anything, I'm just saying the timing of certain public comments lines up in a very specific and very suspicious way. And this is where the story gets layers, because Tank doesn't just question Shakur's resume. He brings up Gervonta Davis, saying Keyshawn looks more impressive. And that one sentence allegedly set boxing Twitter on fire, because bringing up a third name in a two-man rivalry either means Tank is genuinely confused about the division, or...
See that.
Me versus Tank.
Yeah,
so it's like, with him, with his pride and like his ego, it's hard for him to even, want to get on the phone with me, want to reach out or put all that other to the side. That nigga just got too much ego, I guess.
But where did the beef come from? Because it seemed like he really don't like you.
Nah, he don't.
But why? Like, what did y'all do? Because y'all was cool at one point, right? We see videos of y'all as amateurs. It's cool. Y'all knew each other. Like, where did it start that y'all don't like each other?
Nah, that shit started from him. Like, everybody really think like, cause people run with like false narratives, so they gonna say they versions of like the story, but truthfully, like when I first was around him, he was showing a lot of love, and then once I became a threat, is where like everything switched over. Once like people started talking about me and my name started getting bigger, then it was like I'll go fight and I'll get on Twitter and he'll like post, oh, he did that because it was a cab driver, or he'll just post some like hating ass to where like it was unnecessary to go do that because like I thought we was like cool type shit. So but now he like flipped it to turn it like I did something to him and he made it so believe that. But nah, that just, I think like in his brain it's just one person and nobody else.
And this is the fan theory swirling right now. He's trying to dilute Shakur's singularity, trying to make him one of many rather than the one. Because if Shakur is just another name, then Tank never has to fully commit to the fight. And promoter Eddie Hearn is reportedly watching all of this unfold with the energy of a chess grandmaster.
Don't have no fight. Never. Like when they just sitting around saying, they don't never call me out. They always call me out when they got a fight lined up.
All right, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now go look back at it. Like you'll see like, yeah, they faking.
Is it any, like, do you have I know you talked before about like these 5-7 fights that you want before you go out. Is that still that? Do you have a list of people that you want to get out the way before you get out of here?
Not really.
No?
Not really. I mean, if the opportunity presents itself, then yeah, for sure I'll attack it. But not really. Not really. I ain't sure like.
Because he knows that every interview, every call out, and every send the contract challenge is building pay-per-view pressure that allegedly no promotional deal has actually matched yet. And that is the real story nobody is screaming about. The fight that everyone online demands has reportedly not produced a signed piece of paper.
What have he done in the sport? He haven't done nothing. The young one is looking more better than him.
Who that?
The Keyshawn. Keyshawn looking way more better than this. I keep screaming it name, he haven't done nothing.
You ready to play
Keyshawn haven't even done nothing.
So what do you say to those who
Y'all
might
keep
be
saying his
afraid?
name for?
So what do you say to those who might be saying that, Tank is afraid of Shakur?
Afraid of what? Afraid of what? Us fighters, if we're afraid of somebody. It gotta be somebody hitting us and hurting us. Like, he don't have no offense. Everything is defense. Defense only winning best.
And both sides are pointing fingers about why, with Shakur saying egos and failed communication are the real blockers, while Tank implies that fighters use his name for clout when they already have other fights lined up. And you have to sit with that for a second, because if Tank is right, this whole rivalry is partly a marketing play. And if Shakur is right, Tank is the one blocking his own legacy fight. And either way, someone is not being fully transparent. And the audience, you right now, is watching two elite athletes essentially dare each other to blink first in the most expensive staring contest in lightweight history. And Andre Ward, Terrence Crawford, and Sean Porter have all weighed in supporting the idea that this is a genuine 50-50 fight. And when three of the most respected names in the sport agree on something, allegedly the promotional math should have been done yesterday. So why hasn't it?
In terms of his achievements and his ability, everyone in boxing knows how good Shakur is. He is pound for pound, top 5 in terms of quality. But look at the achievements of the young man. At 28 years of age, he's already a...
And this is where fans are getting conspiratorial, because some online voices are now suggesting the delay isn't about egos or contracts at all. It's about the result, specifically about who is more exposed by actually fighting. Because Shakur allegedly knows Tank's power is real, and Tank allegedly knows Shakur's IQ could make him look very mortal on a very big stage. And the Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury comparison that analysts are making...
It's just my nature, man. Like, in order to be the best, you got to beat the best. Like, it's just too much talking, man. Like, of course, we've had some fights. Turkey Al-Sheikh has put on some good fights and stuff like that. And it made crazy money, and it made perfect sense. But, like, I'm just saying, man, like, it don't matter. If you was close by my weight class, bro, and we can generate some money, and we can, you got accolades on the line, I'm for it. It don't matter who you are, man. So, but yeah, that's just it. But no, fights in particular, I want to see, man. I want to see Tank, and I want to see Shakur, bro. Like, come on. I want to see Tank and Shakur. That's what we want to see. Another fight. I want to see, what's that boy name is? I want to see, Boots got to fight against Xander. But I want to see all the titles get unified at junior middleweight. Junior middleweight. Yeah, I want to see all the titles get unified there. And if you don't want to unify all the titles, if you don't want to pay all those sanction fees, I get it. But fight the champion out there. You know what I mean? Relinquish one belt and go after the champion. That way you don't have to pay so many sanction fees. But yeah, but I want to see stuff like.
Isn't just stylistic. It's prophetic. Because remember how long that fight got delayed? Remember how many press conferences happened before a contract was signed? Remember how everyone said it would never happen? And then it happened twice and changed everything. And sources close to the situation are allegedly suggesting something similar could be brewing here. Except the stakes feel even more personal, because Tank and Shakur reportedly came up in overlapping circles, trained around the same energy, knew each other before the lights got this bright. And Shakur himself said the old camaraderie shifted as competition intensified, which is the most quietly devastating line in this entire saga, because it means there was a friendship somewhere underneath all of this. And it reportedly didn't break over money, or a girl, or some public incident. It allegedly broke over excellence, over both men becoming too good to stay comfortable around each other. And if that's not a movie premise, I don't know what is. And now, breaking. Because we have to talk about the mentality divide that Shakur described, which is allegedly the deepest fault line in this entire rivalry. Tank reportedly wants sole dominance, wants to be the name with no asterisk, while Shakur says he wants to prove himself against the very best. And fans are pointing out that these are not just different goals. They are incompatible worldviews, because a man who needs to be alone at the top will always find a reason not to fight the one person who could genuinely challenge that position. And a man who needs to beat the best will always find Tank Davis at the end of that list. And the cruel irony, allegedly, is that the thing keeping this fight from happening is the same thing that makes it unmissable. The pride so enormous on both sides that it has allegedly become its own obstacle. And before we get to the final twist, I need you to understand that everything you've just heard, the DMs, the Keyshawn callout, the Tyson comparison, the friendship turned rivalry, If the most wanted fight in boxing is being delayed because it's too valuable, then the real question isn't when Tank and Shakur finally fight. It's whether boxing's business structure will allow a fight this important to happen before one of them loses somewhere else, and the entire narrative collapses. So drop in the comments. Do you think this fight happens in 2025? Or does boxing allegedly find a way to fumble the greatest lightweight rivalry of this generation?